World War I, Earth's first large-scale war that utilized modern technology. Before it began, there were two main alliances, the Triple Entente, consisting of France, Russia, and Britain, and the Triple Alliance of Austria-Hungary, Germany, and Italy. After a series of events, a web of tension began to build all across Europe. That delicate web came crumbling down after June 28, 1914. That night, a man named Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary was assassinated. This man's death would submerge Europe into a war that cost the countries millions. In order to understand the full impact of Franz Ferdinand's death, we must start at the beginning. Franz Ferdinand was born in Graz, Austria on December 18, 1863, to Archduke Karl Ludwig von Habsburg and Princess Anna-Zaita de Bourbon. He was third in line for the Austro-Hungarian Empire. He entered the military at a very young age in 1883. 2 years, he was promoted to captain. In 1888, he became a major, then a colonel in 1890. Finally, he received the title of general in 1896. In 1889, while Ferdinand was still a major in the army, the suicide of Crown Prince Rodolph occurred. Before he killed himself, he killed his 16-year-old mistress along with him. After this incident, Ferdinand's father became the heir to his brother, Franz Joseph. In the year of 1894, he met his love at a ball. Her name was Sophie von Choteau-Voteau. Even though he was advised to marry a duchess or someone of a higher rank, he refused to marry any other woman. He would later pull some strings with many politicians and arrange meetings with Pope Leo XXII. Since their marriage was considered unequal, they were forced to renounce their rights of rank and succession for their children. In the year 1896, the same year he was promoted to general, Franz Ferdinand's father died, allowing him to take the throne. In 1899, he was given official permission to marry his love Sophie. Emperor Franz Joseph nor his family attended their wedding, arguing that Ferdinand was marrying beneath his station and they would not support it.
In 1901, Sophie gave birth to the couple's first child, a girl named Princess Sophie of Hohenberg. Within the next 3 years, she would give birth to 2 sons, Duke Maximilian and Prince Ernest. Even though Countess Sophie was not allowed to accompany her husband in the royal carriage or sit on his side in the royal box, many claimed they were still happily in love. During his reign, he was said to have clashed with other politicians. Ferdinand wished to grant the ethnic minority groups more independence, much against the most popular views. When addressing the Hungarian population, he was less caring. He once wrote, "The Hungarians are all rubble, regardless of whether they are minister or duke, cardinal or burgher, peasant, hussar, domestic servant, or revolutionary." He found the country's rising nationalism threatening to the Habsburg family. In fact, he considered all of Hungary unreliable and a threat to the empire's progress. One politician he constantly clashed with was Franz Conrad von Hotzendorf, who, unlike Ferdinand, did not believe in dealing with Serbia carefully. On June 28, 1914, Sophie and Ferdinand were driving through Sarajevo when their driver took a wrong turn. Gavril Princip, a member of the Serbian terrorist group called the Black Hand, was consequently at the scene. While he was there, he decided to shoot Archduke Franz Ferdinand, ending his life. He died in his Sophie's arms. His last words were addressed to his wife. Sophie dear, don't die. Stay alive for our children." Shortly after, Sophie was shot by Princip. dying later in a hospital. Both were buried together at the cemetery at his castle, Arnstein Castle, Austria. His death would be the inspiration for the ultimatum to Serbia that started World War I.